Good morning. It's another beautiful day. The weather has been so good to me. I enjoyed staying in the hut. It was dry and warm. I think staying in a tent would have been pretty cold and wet. It's pretty chilly up here. There's a lot of condensation in the morning. And I'm off to a new hut today. Not really sure which one. There's a couple pretty close together, so if I get tired, I'll stop at the first one. Um, but a bit of a climb today. Not as bad as yesterday, so looking forward to it. Guess they haven't got around to building a bridge here yet. That's okay. Somebody's cut back the junipers here off the path. They they are pretty tough, and I would not want to walk through here in shorts, that's for sure. But yesterday, when I was climbing, I had to walk through a lot of junipers, and well, my boots were already starting to crack and rip a little bit, but they tore up the boots pretty good on the toes, and I've even got a bit of a hole there on the side, so hopefully the duct tape will keep some moisture out. What a magnificent view. I can see where I came from this morning, the Isra hut. I came along over there and then up this hill. I can see the hike I did yesterday over to the lake. That's the mountain I tried to climb but didn't quite make it. That was the ridge I wanted to walk back. And way down in the valley, you can kind of make out some of the trails that lead all the way back to the Rila Monastery. Following this trail is a little difficult. You gotta watch for these paint splotches. Gotta watch for them in the distance, otherwise I don't know where to go. I was a little concerned about the weather. There's some fog rolled over and it tried to rain a little bit, but I don't know, like there's some blue sky up there. So I'm at the top now. It's just downhill now to the emergency hut where I will stop and reassess the weather. I could stay there tonight. We'll see. It's a little after 1 in the afternoon, and I'm feeling pretty good, but I've already done a really big climb today. So I'm hoping the emergency hut is in good shape and there's water that I can maybe stay down there tonight because it's just over this ridge. The bottom of that creek comes down. And the other mountain hut, the serviced one, isn't much further away, but it is up there. So I'd rather not do another big climb today. I don't know. We'll see. Fingers crossed. So I emerged from the trees and saw that and got a little worried for a minute. But then I saw that, and that's actually the emergency hut. So I'm gonna go check it out. Okay, well, Let us have a look. Oh, yeah. So. uh, I've seen worse. Um, Interesting. Oh, there's toothpaste. Well, I can't decide if I want to stay here or not. It's really unfortunate that people have left garbage because there are mice. There is mouse poop on a few of these blankets, although the upper ones seem a little better. Um, it's not too bad. It doesn't smell too bad. But it's only 5.2 kilometers and 400 meters up to the next hut. And it's only like 2 something in the afternoon. So I've got lots of daylight left. And they have beer. I don't know. Maybe I should keep going. I'm almost halfway between the huts now. It's been a really slow, steady incline. It's been easy and quick. So I don't have that much farther to go, really. I have to go down to this valley here and then I go up. Well, still a bit of a climb, but it's kind of like walking into a painting. It's absolutely beautiful up here. There's a big lake up here. Wow. Not gonna lie, this next part, a little bit scary. I should stop looking up. I actually saw fish swim all the way up here. The water's so clear. Every now and then you see one kind of hit the surface, but there are some pretty big fish in there. It's like walking into a painting, but it's one of those paintings where every time you zoom in, there's more painting. This is really high. Almost there. I don't know why I thought when I got over the ridge it would be easy, but it wasn't. But it's close. This is amazing. And the hut looks really small. Well, go check it out. Well, it looks like this is another emergency hut. So that's okay. It's cleaner. I think it looks not bad. There's no power, but that's fine. And there's water really close by. So this is home for the night. The next hut is, I'm guessing it's no more than an hour or two away. I don't know, but it's getting late in the day and I'm tired. So, uh, but I should probably pick a bunk before it gets dark because there are no lights in here. The mice have obviously been working on this lid. There's all these bits of plastic and mouse poop here. Yeah, food. Well, I think I'm going to remove the food from the package and toss the food outside. Good morning from one of the most beautiful places on earth. I slept really well, eventually. It took a while to get used to my nocturnal housemates. As soon as it got dark, they got curious and started looking for food. I decided to sleep back there. Um, I didn't see any mouse poop when I picked it. I put a bunch of blankets down, then my sleeping pad, and then my sleeping bag. And then I used this table to put my bag on, and then when I did hear mice anywhere near my bag, I would shake the table a little bit and they would run off. I think they figured out there was nothing in it. I don't have any food in there or anything, and they sort of stopped snooping around 1 a.m., I think. Or maybe I just stopped hearing them. But I did find a little bit of mouse poop on this bench this morning. Bag seems okay, no new holes or anything. All of my food is up there in that waterproof bag, which is also sort of airtight. So I don't know how well they can smell, but I don't think mice can go across a cable, so I thought it was pretty safe. Seemed to work. Of course, then a few times they woke me up in the middle of the night because I would hear banging of pots and things. So, yeah, they were annoying. But I did get some sleep, and then I slept in a little bit. But one thing is absolutely certain. This is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Well, if it weren't for the mice, I'd probably spend a week here. But it's time to move on. This descent requires a lot of patience and careful footing. Just slow and steady. Took about 3 hours to get down the mountain, and I'm back in civilization, sort of. This is the base of a ski resort, Maljevica, something like that. And they have a nice big hotel that's full. So I did stop for lunch and beer, but I'm going to hike now to the next hut, which is Vada. I think it's only 5 kilometers, pretty small elevation gain. And then there's another hut not too far past that if I have to keep going. But I still have my tent, and it's not as cold down here, so I don't know, fingers crossed, we'll see. There are so many mushrooms in this forest that I can literally smell them. He says there won't be anyone else coming tonight, so I can have this room to myself. I propped the window open with a trekking pole because it smells bad. But there are some big spiders over there, so I'm going to take the bed away from the window, I think. At least we know this place doesn't have a mouse problem, because they got lots of cats, right? Turn around and say hello. Hello. Yeah. Oh. Okay, well, make yourself at home. Good morning. Looks like I'm starting with a pretty big climb this morning, heading up to the Rila Seven Lakes. I don't think I've ever hiked a trail this deep before. It's kind of hard getting through all these bushes. Oh, I'm really hoping for a change in vegetation soon. It's starting to get to me. These branches are strong. It just doesn't end. I'm getting really tired. Whew. This is just brutal. I'm guessing that this isn't a very well hiked trail. I got sap on my trekking pole. But this trail right now is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I was so excited when the trail opened up into this grassy path, but it's not the trail. I kept going and it just dead-ended in some trees that I don't really want to try to get through. So backtracking back into the bushes. There it is. How could I have missed that? It's so obvious. Oh man. Probably should have brought a machete or something. I'm almost done climbing for the morning. There's still more to do this afternoon, but that lodge over there is at the top of the ski lift that most people take to visit the Seven Lakes. And all along the top of that ridge, I don't know how well it shows up on video, but there are hundreds of people up there, all the way to the end. Welcome to one of the most popular places on Earth. Can't believe how many people are here. I see people up there and all along this ridge. See up there where it looks kind of fuzzy? That's people. The kitchen at that hut was closed for lunch, and I think maybe it's just because there's way too many people. I don't think they could serve so many people. It's a little too much cigarette smoke for me. There are 2 more lakes up there. I'm sure they're beautiful, but I think I just have to get out of here. Trying to decide what to do. My original plan was to go up and over the ridge, but I think there are just too many people, so I'm gonna head the other way. The emergency hut where I stayed 2 nights ago, it's way up there. I was thinking about spending the night here, but I think I just can't do it. Oh boy. This side of the park is busy. I think I'm just gonna keep heading down. Made a few mistakes today. Probably shouldn't have gone to the Seven Lakes at all. I don't like crowds, and it's a Saturday. It was a bad idea. Just too much noise, too much cigarette smoke, Bluetooth speakers and drones and screaming. Oh, I didn't like it at all. And then I should have stopped at the wild camp 5 hours ago, but there were so many people. And then I thought if I just kept going, I'd find a guest house that had space, because this whole week they've been deserted, but everything's full. All the hotels are full. So now I've walked into this town. It's starting to get dark. Didn't find any empty guest houses. Knocked on a few doors, rang a few bells, no answer. Everything looked really full. All the restaurants and bars are full. So this campground is my last hope. It's like another 9 minutes and it's kind of out of town, but fingers crossed. Huh. Well, there's a few patches of grass. Good morning from Sapareva, Banya. Don't know how to pronounce it, sorry. Little town just outside the national park. I got here late, found an RV park down the end of this road, and reception was closed. So the sign said you could set up after dark and pay in the morning. It was a little weird because all of the spots were for RVs, but I just found a patch of grass beside the overflow parking and set my tent up there in the dark. And then I had a cold shower because all the hot water was gone. Just had a little bit of soup and some beer and went to bed, and I just slept pretty good. But I am sore today. Had a long day yesterday. All I have to do today is get to Sofia. Should be 2 pretty easy bus rides. I checked the schedule yesterday, but it's a Sunday, so you never know. I've got coffee, and the woman at the coffee shop said the bus comes every hour, even on Sundays, so that's a good thing. I'm just gonna sit here and wait, I guess. I don't have any food. I'm sorry. I've got none. Getting back to Sofia was so easy. It's just lunchtime now, and I'm gonna have some Bulgarian food at a very Bulgarian restaurant. Bread with some yogurt. This is beef and porcini sauce with dill. I can smell the dill. It smells so good. I've got some bread to go with it. That was a delicious lunch.